All right, stock market futures here whipsawing in the pre-market prior to the open after yesterday's reversal and sell-off. S&P futures up 0.34%, Dow futures up 0.54%, and the Nasdaq futures up 0.21%. Really, this just depends on when you check it because there were multiple periods just this morning where they were all in the red. And then they've all gone back to the green and then back to the red and then back to the green again. So we already have some whipsaw action before we even get the market open here today. Let's go ahead and take a look at some cues from last session. Information technology, consumer discretionary, and industrial stocks recorded the biggest losses on Thursday as most S&P 500 sectors closed negatively, although consumer staples was the only one to buck the trend and finish higher. U.S. stock futures swung between gains and losses on Friday morning after Thursday's sharp sell-off. Futures were mixed, but as just mentioned, in the green currently. The S&P 500 index dropped below Walter Murphy's support line of 65.50 on Thursday, just after it slipped below its 50-day moving average for the first time in months on Monday. Investors digested the hotter than expected jobs report with non-farm payrolls rising by 119,000 in September, more than double the 50,000 economists had forecasted, further trimming hopes for easing next month. We also had a bunch of Fed members talk about that after, and the sell-off really seemed to accelerate when those Fed members were popping off. Meanwhile, the 10-year Treasury bond yielded 4.08%, and the 2-year bond was at 3.53%. Now, we do have some stocks in focus here today. The first one's going to be ticker NFE. That's New Fortress Energy. Stock surged 19.86% in the pre-market on Friday as it worked through debt reconstruction by extending credit agreements and removing liquidity requirements. So some positive news and some green there this morning. Gap advanced 3.86% after reporting upbeat third quarter financial results and raising its fiscal year 25 guidance above estimates. I was thinking yesterday, this is a rough day for companies to report earnings. The first two that I took a look at were Ross Stores and Gap, and both of them were trading higher. So it looks like those stores there actually did all right with their earnings. We'll see if they're able to hold up here today. Next stock on the list is Elastic NV. That's ticker ESTC. That tumbled 12.21% despite posting positive, solid earnings beat and offering strong guidance for the quarter and full year. The next stock on our list here is Viva Systems. That's ticker VEEV. That dropped 6.69% despite posting upbeat results for the third quarter after Thursday's closing bell. It also raised its fiscal year earnings and revenue estimates to ranges above the analyst estimates. Last stock on our list here is Intuit. That rose 3.23% after reporting better than expected first quarter financial results. Its second quarter revenue growth of approximately 14 to 15%. The company sees second quarter adjusted earnings in the range of $3.63 to $3.68 per share versus estimates of $3.83 per share.